Every time someone asks how to start building wealth with dividend investing, the answer is always something like, just put money in every month and just let it compound. Now that's true, but it's vague enough to be almost useless, okay? How much do you actually end up with? What does the income look like in year 5 versus year 10? Which years feel like nothing is happening and which year does it finally feel like something's happening? $500 a month is a real commitment for most people. Let's be honest. Before you make it, you deserve to see the honest numbers, not the optimistic best case projection, not the YouTube thumbnail math, but a straightforward account of what happens when you invest $500 a month in SCHD for a decade and don't even touch it. Here's the starting point for this calculation, okay? So we're all on the same page. SCHD trading around $32 a share. The current quarterly dividend is approximately 26 cents per share, about $1 per year. At $500 a month, you're buying roughly 15 to 16 shares of SHD at current prices, okay? Over 10 years, 500 per month is 60 grand in total contribution. That's the most important number to keep in mind throughout everything that follows. 60K is what you actually put in. For the projections, I'm using conservative assumptions that are deliberately below SHD's historical averages, okay? 9% annual dividend growth. The fund has averaged closer to 10 to 11%, but recent growth has been lower. 5% annual share price appreciation, also below historical. All dividends reinvested immediately. No additional contributions beyond the $500 per month, okay? These assumptions give a picture that's more likely to hold up in a realistic scenario than projections built on the fund's best years. If SHD performs at historical averages, the outcome is better. If conditions are tougher than historical, you're prepared for that too, okay? Here's the framework for understanding what happens during each phase of a 10-year, $500 a month SHD investment. These are 3 distinct phases. The first is what I call the invisible phase. Roughly years 1 through 3. The contributions are going in every month. You're accumulating shares, obviously. The dividend payments are arriving quarterly and obviously reinvesting. But the absolute dollar amounts are small enough that none of it feels significant at all. Your year 1 annual dividend income might be like $200 to $300. That doesn't feel like a plan working. It's just math running really slowly. The second phase is the visible phase, roughly years 4 through 7. The dividend income has grown meaningfully because both your share count and the dividend per share have been rising simultaneously. The compounding is becoming visible in the quarterly statements. Something that felt abstract in year 2 now produces 600 to 800 quarterly dividend. You can feel it starting to work for you. The third phase is what I call the proof phase. Years 8 through 10, the share count is substantial. The dividend per share has grown significantly from what it started at. The quarterly income is genuinely meaningful by almost anyone's measure. The 60K you put in is producing an income stream that has no end date, unlike the principal, which is also now worth more than what you actually contributed. Let's talk about what year 1 actually looks like though. In year 1, $500 a month, $32 a share, buys roughly 187 shares, roughly $1 per share in annual dividends. Those 187 shares pay about $200 in year 1 in dividend income. Reinvested, that buys about 6 more shares for us. At the end of year 1, you have approximately 193 shares worth roughly $6,100 at the current price. If SHD's price has appreciated 5%, you're closer to $6,500. That's not exciting. You put in 6K, you have about $6,500 with $194 in dividends reinvested. The excitement comes from the fact that the process is established, running automatically, and the numbers only move in one direction from here. Let's talk about what year 5 looks like, okay? By the end of year 5, the picture has changed, okay? You've contributed 30K, the halfway mark, at an average SHD price of roughly, let's say $40 per share over the period. It started at 32 and appreciated. Your contributions have bought approximately 750 shares from direct investment. The dividends have grown. By year 5, the quarterly dividend per share is approximately 40 cents, having grown at 9% annually from 26 cents. Reinvestment over 5 years has added another 60 to 70 shares on top of your contributions. Total shares at year 5, approximately 820. Share price around 41. Position value, roughly $33,600 on 30K invested. Annual dividend income from the position, approximately $1,300 per year or $112 a month. $112 per month in passive dividend income from 30K invested isn't retirement income, but at 2.25% monthly return on your contributions just from dividends, growing every year from a position that's also worth more than you put in. Okay, let's talk about what year 10 now looks like. And here's where the honest math becomes genuinely compelling, for at least for me. Total contributions over 10 years, 60K, obviously. By year 10, the average SCHD price you've been buying at over decades has been roughly 39 to 42 per share. You bought cheaper in the earlier years when the price was lower. Direct contributions have purchased approximately 1,400 shares, right? A little bit more. Dividend reinvestment over the full decade at growing dividend rates adds another 200 to 220 shares as well. Total share count at year 10, around 1,600 to 1,700 shares total. Share price at year 10 at 5% annual appreciation, roughly $52 a share. Position value, approximately 85 to 88K on 60,000 invested. Annual dividend income in year 10, the quarterly dividend per share has grown to approximately 62 cents at 9% annual growth. On 1,600 shares, that's about $4,000 a year, roughly $341 per month. You put in 60K, you have an 86K position, you're collecting $340 a month in dividends that will keep growing. And that dividend income will continue permanently for as long as you hold the fund. $500 a month for 10 years is 60K. At the end of that decade, with conservative assumptions here, you have a position worth roughly $86,000 generating $340 per month in dividend income. That's growing each year as well. The total return, position value plus the dividends that have been reinvested along the way, exceeds what you put in by a meaningful margin. Not because of the high risk or speculation, because of time and consistency, and an ETF that has grown its dividend every year since it's launched. The first 3 years feel like nothing at all is happening. The last 3 years feel like something has been working the whole entire time. The math is the same throughout. The visibility just changes as the numbers start to get larger. The right question isn't whether this is the best possible investment, okay? It's whether you can commit to $500 a month for 10 years without interrupting the compounding. That discipline is what turns the math into the outcome. Got some questions as always for you guys in the comments section. We always have great conversations down there. But number one, are you currently doing a regular monthly contribution to SCHD or any dividend ETF? And what monthly amount felt like the real commitment you could sustain for at least a decade? Number two, looking at the 10-year math, does seeing the trajectory year by year make you more or less confident in this approach? And also, if you are a beginner, I want to invite you to the full Ark Options Strategy workshop. It'll be the first link in the description of today's video. At the end of that workshop, you're also going to get my 15 favorite stocks, all under $30 that I love running the Ark Options Strategy on. You get my 2 premium calculators, as well as my full trade log template. You'll absolutely love it, especially if you are an SCHD investor. So click the first link in the description of today's video, guys. As always, sell options, collect premiums, repeat. I'll see y'all tomorrow.